Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be back in my classroom in the Saffron City Learning Center. I missed these walls. I've missed my desk. This wonderful whiteboard behind me. Oh God, it's so wonderful.
It's been so long.
And thank you, everybody, so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the beautiful classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, if you could please say hello to everybody.
I just want to say I'm happy that you're happy, Professor. Okay. Of course, I'm happy wherever class is because I love this class.
Even if we're in like a life or death scenario, like we might just freeze to death.
If we're on an active volcano or in a storm at sea or an icy cave lost in the mountains, doesn't matter to me. I am, as long as I'm with this recording device right here and my professor, that's all I need.
Wow. Honestly, like, it's kind of crazy that all of those scenarios did happen to us, and it's
sounds fantastical, but it is reality. Those were our last
horrifying and a terrifying journey that we were lucky to have come back from. Also joining us in the classroom today is, of course, our young trainer in training, Corbin. If you could please say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Good to be back. I am so excited to be sleeping in my bed at home again.
I thought you sold your bed.
Well, I did. The bed with my mom and Mr. Mime that's in the house.
Your dad.
He's not my father, actually. But it's good to be back in our bed. I shouldn't say mine. Our bed again. It feels good to be home. I rode with Perry, the Psyduck, our school therapist. He rode my bike again into school with me today.
Oh man, how is he getting to work without you here?
He takes the bus when I'm not here.
Okay.
My mom will pay the
Perry on the bus.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so cute. Guys, I can't. It's too cute. I'm picturing it. It's too cute.
Man, can you imagine Perry on the bus getting? I visualize it, but I would visualize it a lot better if like a virtual student could draw that. You know
all right,
what I mean?
don't beg for it, Corbin. Nobody likes that.
I want fan art of
imagine...
Perry.
Okay, all right. Could you imagine him like kicking his little feet while he's on the bus waiting?
That would be very cute.
He has like little headphones plugged into his little like
There's a little spinner rack hanging from the ceiling above him.
Maybe it's like a little CD player because that's all he has.
He's a little freaked out by it. He doesn't like it, and then he runs off the bus and then like falls into a puddle right outside of the school.
But he splashes and enjoys it because he's a Psyduck and they like water.
And then he likes it. And then he goes stops off at the nearby, coffee shop, grabs a bagel, and plops down in his office, and then listens to the students' problems.
There you go.
That's an animation right there.
That's Perry in a nutshell.
Perry in a nutshell. But we're not talking about Perry or Psyducks today because we did already.
Come on!
If you want to learn about Psyducks, go and listen to our lesson on Psyducks. It was a good one.
All of them.
On all Psyducks.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, but today we are learning about a different Pokemon, a Dragon-type Pokemon, the evolved form of the Pokemon that we spent all last month acquiring.
Yeah.
It took a while.
Worked real.
That was a venture.
It was worth it in the end.
It's one for the books, certainly. It's cool to say, like, I've been there, I've done that.
I don't know if Lance will let us come back to his house anytime soon after, the incident.
Yeah, I received a very angry letter from him on that. Yeah. But it's okay. He can get more of those trophies.
Right? He just has to become champion again.
The vase though was a family heirloom, and we are gonna have to pay for that. So please donate to our Patreon.
Yes, exactly. Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh gosh. Oh jeezums.
Gosh.
But anyways, the Pokemon that we're talking about this week. Let's focus.
Oh! It's another Dragon type. It is going to be Flapple.
No, I'm glad you know your Dragon types, though, Mr. Curtis. You have a guess, and you cannot say Decidueye. If you say Decidueye, you're out of the classroom. Don't say Rowlet either. If you can tell me the middle evolved form between Rowlet and Decidueye, then that'd be interesting. I'll allow it.
Noivern.
No, that is.
Oh, it's Noivern today. I love him.
It's not Noivern, and Noivern is also not the intermediate between Rowlet, and Decidueye.
Oh, okay. Is it Dragonair or Dragonite? Which one?
You tell me. Yeah, you can't ask. I'm asking you.
Air?
Yes, we are learning about Dragonair. You really had a 50-50 there, so good guess, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, so in fact, I was on the way back. You guys didn't see this because you guys were sleeping in the on the boat. I can't believe we took another boat back from Cinnabar.
It's the only thing I could charter. I'm sorry, Professor.
Yeah, I guess
I would have rather gotten us a Corviknight basket, but they don't come out that far.
Yeah, they're kind of expensive too. Well, listen, I'm glad that boat didn't crash.
Yeah, me too. Like we sailed past the wreckage of our first boat, which is pretty surreal thing to see. Yeah. But anyways, on the way back, I did evolve our Dratini. You may know him as Dots.
Right,
mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
And evolved it into a Dragonair.
Oh, hey!
So I have one here for you guys today. Here is Dots the Dragonair.
Oh, hey!
Look at all that hair.
That's not
on the Dragonair.
There's no hair on it, Mr. Curtis. What are you talking about? It's beautiful. It's like a longer serpent-like, beautiful dragon with a long, slender body. Oh, like the fins or whatever on the side of its head, the little wings are so much more elegant now. Also, the horn. The horn is really budding. Look at that.
Like it went from being like fins on the side of its head to being like wings. Yeah, and it's like if Dragonite was like a noodle, this one's like super noodle. This one's so noodly.
Oh, so noodly.
And it's got little
orbs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, let him say it. He's working on it. He's picturing it in his mind, whatever it is.
He's hurting.
He's begging. He's pleading with his brain.
Maracas. Maracas. It's got little maracas at the end of its tail. Yes.
There it is. He's sweating now. Do you see that?
Can you see the little the waves of maraca sound that come off of them?
No, they don't.
Impacting the air in the classroom.
It actually doesn't. It doesn't do that.
They do not do that, Mr. Curtis. There's no maraca sound.
Listen, I thought it would be, I agree with you, Mr. Curtis. It would be funny and fun if it did do that, but unfortunately, Dragonair does not do that.
Right, that's all in your head.
It's just, what do you call ripples? They're like little ripples of energy, You can't see that?
What are those?
Okay, well,
am I the only one?
Okay, so yes, Dragonair does have an aura. That is true. It doesn't. It's not. I don't know how you're relating that to maracas in any way.
It's like the shaking of a maraca.
Ah, okay.
The vibration of that aura.
It's not. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
I'm tired of him.
Okay, all right. He's really trying to save himself now.
We just started, and I'm already tired of him.
Yeah, me too. Well, we've been with him for like the last month, so that's understandable.
We've been with him for the last 3 years almost.
What, Mr. Yeah, but I mean like nonstop is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's been awful. Yeah.
But the maracas, as Mr. Curtis calls it, are just kind of like blue, translucent orbs on one on Dragonair is like neck, kind of like right below its head, and then two at the end of its tail. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find out what Dots uses those for later on in the lesson. So yeah, give Dots a nice pat on the head. Be careful around
Dots.
the wings. They're a little bit sensitive.
Give the tail a little shake here.
It does not sound like maracas.
It does not. See, nothing. Nothing. No sound at all.
Yeah, no. That was me. I was making that noise. It wasn't actually.
Oh, you fooled me. Okay.
I know. I was trying to make him think it was.
I was about to say I told you.
All right, guys. I am super, super eager to get to this lesson. Back on my home turf. Let's go ahead and put Dots back into their Pokeball.
Bye, Dots. I'll miss you again. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, so sweet.
All right, let's get on with it. Starting off in the Kanto region, the first entry says, a mystical Pokemon that exudes a gentle aura. Or as Mr. Curtis, a maraca-flavored aura.
A maraca vibration-flavored maraca sound. It's a visible aura, but it looks like a maraca sounds. That's what I was trying to portray. It doesn't actually sound like a maraca.
I would not describe a gentle aura as looking how I wouldn't describe a maraca as gentle in any way.
Professor, you are always right, and I am sorry I'm so wrong.
I
have
am
to do
too.
better.
I'm so sorry that you're wrong all the time.
And I feel bad because you expended a lot of your energy trying to come up with the word maraca.
Just for him to shut it down. How does that feel?
It feels good. I don't want to be right if it's wrong. If the professor says it's wrong, I'm not right. I don't need it. Get it out of my body.
Wow, it's a lesson you could learn, Corbin.
Thank you.
You're welcome, I guess. Anyways, so I didn't finish this first entry. It says, a mystical Pokemon that exudes a gentle aura has the ability to change climate conditions.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, I mean, right out of the gate, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty powerful.
Well, thanks a lot for all the climate change, Dragonair.
No
Yeah.
help with that storm and the Zapdos we encountered.
I know. No, if only we had a Dragonite there.
I don't think a Dragonite can overwrite a Zapdos's ability to create a thunderstorm.
Well, definitely not a Dragonite, but a Dragonair?
Oh, did I say Dragon? I meant Dragonair.
Well, I don't know that a Dragonair could outpower a legendary Pokemon like Zapdos, right? Like, I mean, Dragonair, last I checked, is not legendary, right?
No, it is a mystical though.
It's a mystical. What is that?
It's what Dragonair is, according to the Pokedex.
Oh, thank you for the circular reasoning.
Now it's not mythical. Now that's a different thing, and mythical Pokemon aren't legendary Pokemon. There's a very subtle difference in between the two. But neither of them are Dragonite, Dragonair, or Dratini. No, they are mystical Pokemon.
Gotcha.
I understand completely, and I'm not confused in any way.
That's good.
Excellent. I expect an essay on the topic of legendary, mythical, and mystical Pokemon, Mr.
I'll start working on it right now.
Okay, get at it.
Get to work.
Okay, this will distract him for a little bit, Corbin. Let's move on.
Good.
All right, so the next entry here says, according to a witness, its body was surrounded by a strange aura that gave it a mystical look. So I guess this is kind of how it looks, I guess, is the mystical part.
Right. It's so like the aura makes it mystical looking, or is it the body itself?
Its body was surrounded by a strange aura that gave it a mystical look.
The aura makes it look mystical.
The aura makes its body look mystical.
Like the shaking of a maraca.
No. Stop talking about maracas, please.
I'm so sorry.
All right, the next entry in the Kanto region says, lives in large bodies of water like the sea and lakes. It is said to have the power to change the weather and fly.
Wow. So how does it fly? It doesn't have wings.
I mean, it has wings. What are you talking about? We saw them.
Those were wings?
On its head, yeah. Well, I mean, do they not look like wings?
I thought those were ears.
No, well, kind of, I guess a little bit. Wings can be ears. Ears can be wings. So much is possible in this wonderful world of Pokemon that we all live in.
Wow, roll credits. Name drop.
Play the music, Portia.
Oh, it's over already? The lesson's already over?
Yep, time to go home.
All right, bye, everybody.
Class is done. No more
bye,
class.
Class is done. Oh, man, what a good lesson. Bye.
All right, and now I'm going to do what I always do and just sit here quietly until the next lesson.
For a whole week without moving.
I'll start scrubbing the room again with a toothbrush.
I'm just kidding. Everybody, come on back. Come on back. We still got Pokedex entries to read.
Woo!
And maybe, just maybe, assignment that Corbin can get behind coming up.
What? What does that mean?
I don't know. Well, you'll have to find out.
What do you mean?
Time.
I'm dangling the carrots in front of you.
Mr. Curtis, I have never been able to get behind a pop quiz. What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Corbin. You do good on pop quizzes.
Sometimes he gets a 100. Most times not, though. All right, moving on. Oh, wait, there is one more entry here from the Kanto region. It says, it is said to live in seas and lakes. Even though it has no wings, it has been seen flying occasionally. Okay, so I guess it doesn't have wings, but it can still fly.
Yes.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Yes, I'm here, Professor. Sorry, I drooled for a bit. I was catatonic.
So, but did you hear what I said about the fact that it has no wings?
Yeah, I hear you. No wings, just ears.
Well, what do you call those big bushy hairdos on the side of its head.
They weren't bushy.
I don't know, Mr. Curtis. What do you call them?
Is that okay? That's not a setup for a joke, Professor.
Yeah, I thought you were setting up for a joke. Sorry.
No,
Were you not?
No, I'm just saying that's they're kind of like wings on the side of their head.
Okay, that was a terrible joke. You gotta work on your jokes.
It wasn't supposed to be a joke. It was an observation, but I'm sorry, Professor. I'll do better.
Okay, let's move on to the Johto region. The first one says, they say that if it emits an aura from its whole body, the weather will begin to change instantly.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
boom.
Right.
Snap of the
wow.
finger.
Just like that, huh?
Whoa, wow. Yeah, wow. Yeah, just like that. Bing, bang, boom. It's now a thunderstorm. One glow and you're in a tornado, baby.
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
Well, listen, that's the cost of owning a Dragonair. You gotta.
I feel like that'd be really helpful in the battlefield, though.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, the incredible ability to change the weather, like, it has so many uses. And we'll talk about. I mean, it's why Dragonair is, kind of seen as like a deity, or at least a being to be worshipped in some societies.
Right.
We'll read about that later on. But for now, the next entry says, its crystalline orbs appear to give this Pokemon the power to freely control the weather.
Oh, again,
freely.
powerful.
They are so fast to use that word freely. Like, Articuno can freely control ice, or Vulpix can freely control fire. Like, that word makes it sound like it's completely effortless and they can control every single aspect of it.
Right, like virtually no energy is involved in changing.
Changing the entire weather. All of it. I don't know. It just seems crazy to me. I mean, honestly, I would say that this might be the strongest Pokemon that we've talked about so far, with this ability to freely change the weather.
Well, I mean, unless there's an angry Zapdos there.
I guess that's true. But then, I mean, it could. Yeah, I guess Zapdos Thunderstorm does override. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, though, does Zapdos create thunderstorms, or does it just live in them?
It brings them too, I think.
Or does it herald the coming of a storm?
No, you're thinking of or was it Moltres heralding the coming of spring?
Well, right. That's that. When you see it, that means it's the coming of spring. I think Zapdos actually brings the storm.
Hold on, let me read every single Pokedex entry on Zapdos real quick, just to see if I can remember. Legendary bird Pokemon that appears with a gigantic thunderstorm. Oh. Causes savage thunderstorms by flapping its glittering rings. Okay, it does create thunderstorms. I was really worried about that. So yeah, I do think that, Dragonair's ability to control the weather will be overwritten by a Zapdos' ability to create thunderstorms.
Right.
Moving on.
Right.
The next entry says, it is called the Divine Pokemon. When its entire body brightens slightly.
Just slightly.
Not a lot. When its entire body brightens slightly, the weather changes. So if it brightens a lot, no weather change. But if it's just like a barely imperceptible amount of change to its brightness, boom, weather change.
Boom.
There it is.
Boom, thunderstorm. Boom, hail, hurricanes. Boom, sunny day. Maybe it was raining before and now it's not. I feel like you guys aren't as, into this whole weather changing ability as I am.
I think it is cool, but I swear we've heard it in other Pokemon other than Zapdos and Dragonair. I don't know why, but I feel like another Pokemon has had this too.
Well, maybe you're thinking of Vaporeon that senses when it's about to rain.
Well, that's not that impressive, though.
No, that's not that impressive. So I don't.
Sorry, Vaporeon.
I don't think we've talked about any other Pokemon that can control the weather, or maybe we have.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Students at home, if we have talked about a Pokemon that can control the weather, let us know by sending us a Gengar mail at wwopokemon@gmail.com.
We're just gonna get a Gmail that just says "you have" with no subject.
You have the end.
You have done. Now, does a cast form control the weather, or does it just change with the weather?
Well, I do think cast form can change the weather, although that is kind of looking forward into lessons that we haven't talked about yet, Mr. Curtis.
Well, I'm sorry. Hey, we haven't talked about it this time around, but this is the 7th time I've taken this class. So, I mean, like, come on.
Let's see. It uses the power of nature to transform. No, it just looks like it changes with the weather. It doesn't look like it actually
It changes its
the weather.
appearance with the weather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Curtis. Okay. Back to what we were doing. We're talking about Dragonair, everybody. Don't forget, we're talking about Dragonair.
We are.
Moving on to the Hoenn region Pokedex entries. The first one says, Dragonair stores an enormous amount of energy inside its body. It is said to alter weather conditions in its vicinity by discharging energy from the crystals on its neck and tail.
So, is it emitting an aura, or is it using the orbs? Like, what is it all together? Do they both do it? Like, what exactly is it doing to control the weather?
Okay, I'm glad you asked, because we can't answer this. So it uses its large amount of stored energy that's inside of its body. That's how it changes the weather. Now it discharges that energy from the crystals on its neck and tail, and when it does that, it glows with an aura.
Okay.
Gotcha.
A Maraca flavored aura, as you put it.
Maraca flavored aura. Love it.
T-shirt. Just gonna go ahead and say that.
I love your Maraca flavored aura.
No,
yeah,
it's just
that. I don't know about that as a t-shirt.
It's a Dragonair that has just like a little bit of glow around it, and then it says Maraca flavored aura.
And it's holding a little Maraca down in its tail.
MFA, for short, and everybody knows what MFA stands for.
Yeah, every true fan of Dragonair.
Every true Dragonair fan will know. Oh, that's a Maraca flavored aura. Let me just. Yep, that's Maraca flavored, all right.
Oh, yeah, all the cool kids know.
All the cool kids. All right, moving on to the Sinnoh region. The first entry says, if its body takes on an aura, the weather changes instantly. It is said to live in seas and lakes. If it takes
does it
an aura,
live under the lakes, like inside of them, like the Dratini supposedly does?
I mean, it says lives in seas and lakes, so I would say yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're ever curious, don't be afraid. There are no stupid questions, Corbin. Okay.
Well, that's not what you've said before.
Well, maybe I was lying then, and I'm telling the truth now.
You'll never know,
or
Corbin.
Maybe I'm lying now. Wow, I think he hurt himself with that one. He's doubled over and clutching his stomach.
That was a funny one, Professor.
You told the joke.
I know. That's why it was so funny.
I thought you were saying it like I told the joke, like I did a funny one. All right, guys, would you believe it? There's nothing new from Unova. But Kalos also has nothing new. Let's move on to the Alola region. The first entry says, it has long been thought that its crystalline orbs are imbued with the power to control the weather. I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, it's the energy that's stored inside of it that channels through the crystalline orbs that allow it to control the weather.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happens if you break the orbs?
Then you kill the Dragonair. Dragonair dies immediately.
Or does it
It's
just
dead.
not? Is it not able to control the weather?
Or maybe its energy flows out freely and it just can't, and the weather
And it just can't stop controlling
Yeah.
the weather in different ways. Okay.
Yeah, the crystalline orbs are a very important mitigator that
Sure.
help
absorb.
seals its power.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, the next entry says, from time immemorial, it has been venerated by agricultural peoples as an entity able to control the weather. That one had a lot of big words in it.
Mm-hmm.
Time immemorial, venerated by agricultural peoples.
Agricultural.
Wow,
Very
somebody
good.
whipped out the thesaurus.
It pretty much means even a long time ago, farming people liked it a lot. That's pretty much what that means.
That's right. I like them a lot.
And then the next one says, lakes where Dragonair live are filled with offerings from people because they believe this Pokemon is able to control the weather. Okay, the next entry says, lakes where Dragonair live are filled with... Wait, did I already say that? I did already say that. Then the real next... That was a goof. That was a joke. Then the real next entry says, some say that if you see it at the start of the year flying through the sky and twisting its body, you'll be healthy all year long.
Woo! All you gotta do is
Woo!
you'll just see it twisting and you'll be healthy.
Well, yeah, flying through the sky, twisting its body. It's such a weird, specific action that it needs to take. But yeah, if it's not twisting, you'll die within the next 3 days.
Wow, that's awful.
Yeah, it doesn't say that, but I'm assuming that's what happens. Moving on to the Galar region. This Pokemon lives in pristine oceans and lakes. It can control the weather, and it uses this power to fly into the sky, riding on the wind. All right, so it uses its ability to control the weather to allow itself to fly.
Okay, so maybe it just makes a very powerful updraft underneath it all the time.
So, okay, yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah, I was going to say it doesn't have like wings, or it's not like necessarily, yeah, it's more of an updraft that it is making itself levitate.
I mean,
right?
It could also be like it just changes the pressure, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess it could be. I guess that would be an updraft technically.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's all about pressure changes. Is how it controls the weather.
What's Dragonair's buoyancy like, Professor? Is it buoyant enough that it will float in air?
No, I don't think so. It does, because it does kind of like just chill on the ground.
That's true. I'm sorry, Professor, for asking such a stupid question.
Well, no, it was again. There are no stupid questions.
I'll judge myself.
I just don't really know.
No, he's asked a few before.
I don't really know how to, measure buoyancy. I don't really know what buoyancy is measured in. Hold on. Well, let me just look it up. Let me go to Wikipedia. Oh, it's just newtons. It's just force. Everybody's.
Can I come back to class now, Professor?
I didn't tell you to leave.
No, you can't.
Okay, I'll wait out here.
Okay. No, come back in.
No, don't come back in.
I'm back, Professor.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
It was so nice without him here.
The next entry from the Galar region says this Pokemon gathers power in the orbs on its tail and controls the weather. Well, it gathers the power from inside of its body in the orbs on its tail and controls the weather.
So it grabs so the orbs grab the power from inside the body.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, now I'm controlling the weather now.
It says that actually.
Okay. That's how it sounds.
All right, I'm controlling the weather, guys.
I'm controlling the weather.
This is No, stop. I swear to God, stop it with the maracas.
I'm so sorry, Professor.
So yeah, this Pokemon gathers power in the orbs on its tail and controls the weather. When enshrouded by an aura, Dragonair has a mystical appearance.
Mystical.
Mystical.
Mysterious.
Yeah. Okay, that does it for the unique Pokedex entries. There are some entries from the Paldea region, but again, they're just repeats of what we've already seen. So I'm not going to read them. How dare you, Paldea? How dare you? They're going the way of Unova and Kalos, and I hate to see it.
Don't do it.
Down there, they already did it. Let's move on to the unique Pokedex entries. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says Dragonair, the dragon Pokemon. A legendary Pokemon. No, wrong. It's not a legendary Pokemon.
Oh, an idiot.
That can freely make it rain or snow. It is said to be able to fly, even though it doesn't have wings. Okay?
I mean, I'll say it again. Those big bushy.
They're not bushy. They're like slender. They're not bushy. Why do you keep saying that?
But they are like feathery, though. They got feathers.
They got feathers on them. They can flap.
It kind of looks like a hand, right? With like the thumb like bent over a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Thank you. Corbin, what are your thoughts on this?
I agree.
Okay, great. After some deliberation. Man, Corbin is starting to fall asleep now. How weird.
I'm not falling asleep, Professor.
I don't know. You're yawning a lot.
I don't know. I can hear the snoring.
There's no snoring. That's just me breathing.
I hear the...
I had to pedal extra hard today because, again, Perry was not with me. He usually helps pedal.
That's what you sound like when you snore.
No, I don't sound like that.
That's exactly what you sound like. All right, the next entry says Dragonair, the dragon Pokemon. Dragonair has the ability to manipulate the elements as it wishes.
Every element, huh?
That's so vague. That's so incredibly vague. What do you mean by the element? Like, as in, when people say, like the elements, as in, weather, or do you mean elements as in like the periodic table, or do you mean
Right, that's what I'm saying. Every element there is.
The elements of the story.
Do you mean elements as in like water, fire, earth, and air? What are we talking about? That's not it. God. Ash, you gotta get your Pokedex in check. All right, the last unique entry comes to us from Go's Rotom Phone. It says, oh, this is interesting. It's less of a, okay, so it's not an entry on Dragonair specifically, but it's on the move that Dragonair uses frequently, which is called Dragon Dance.
Oh, hey, I want to see that Dragon Dance. Oh, let me see that Dragon Dance on the floor. I am begging you, let me see some
he's rapping.
more.
He's rapping. Get him. Get him.
No, hey,
wrap it up over here.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah, wrap up the rapping.
That's right.
All right, sorry.
Put it away.
Put away the rapping, however that is done.
Anyways, so in case anybody's curious about Dragon Dance, it says Dragon Dance, a move that combines concentration and rhythmic movement to increase the physical skills of a Pokemon. I don't know why that was included here. It's not specifically on Dragonair. But hey, I read it anyways. You put a Pokedex entry in front of me, I'm gonna read it.
That's why they call you the professor.
That's specifically why. But that does it on all of the Pokedex entries on Dragonair. Are there any questions?
Bye. All right, Portia, play the music again. Here we go.
Play that outro music, right?
All right.
Here we go.
Bye, everyone. Oh, it's been a good time.
Now, Portia, play the intro music to bring everybody back, because we do have another portion of the lesson that we have to do. It's the testing portion.
Oh,
and today we're doing a P.
no.
Is
P-O.
pop quiz
no,
time to pop it and quiz it.
We're doing a
Rotom laptop.
P-O. E-M. We're doing a poem, guys. We're doing
All right.
Poem. I think a
show them how we poem,
mystical,
and we do it, and we know them.
Hey, Corbin.
Sorry.
Keep it to yourself.
All right, sorry.
Please. I think that Dragonair is the perfect Pokemon to have a poem made about it with its auras and its, weather changing ability. So go ahead, take some time. This one's always a freebie.
All right, I'm energized. I'm finally awake now.
Great. It only took you all lesson. So yeah, just go ahead, work on it. Let me know when you're done. Okay, wow, that was record time almost. That was very quickly. This must be a very inspirational Pokemon. Corbin, I see you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
If you would like to read yours first.
Okay. This one, I call Aura. Like aura? Like it's got an aura? Okay. All right, anyways.
Yeah, no, I get it. You said it with a weird accent, though.
All right, sorry. Here we go. Serpent blue in aura bright. Climates change, marvelous sight. Crystalline orbs of weathering might. Changing skies, ready for flight. A Pokemon so fine with sublime design, elegant basilisk, a sign of the divine, body twisting, a spine so refined, health and fortune, more time is mine. Boom. That's it.
It was boom.
That's
the
how
last
you know
line.
it's the end. Boom.
Boom. Bomb drop.
Yeah, very good. I love the weathering orbs. That was pretty good. A great. Is that a double entendre?
It was weathering might. Thank you.
Oh, weathering might. Okay, it's not that good. Not as interesting.
That's right. That's very sweet.
Good try though.
But yeah, that's a double entendre, right? I think.
I'm not familiar with that Pokemon. Is it from Paldea?
No. Well, clearly you're not there in your English class yet, but you'll get there. All right. So very, very good as always, Corbin. You really brought the rhyming power in the second half of that one. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Love it.
All right. So now let's hear what Mr. Curtis has to say with his poem.
Definitely. All right. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Corbin. All right, here we go. Dragonair, dragon flare. I watch you fly right through the air. Cha-cha-cha.
No.
Crystals
stop.
on your body, little gaudy. Absorb that energy. Cha-cha-cha.
Wow.
Emit that strange aura. Control the weather to make it hottie. Cha-cha-cha.
She's at cha-cha-cha everything. That's cheating.
Hey,
That's
Corbin,
cheating.
Corbin,
Hey.
do not interrupt his poem.
Okay.
He was very quiet through your poem.
All right,
That's
you're
right. Okay, so emit that strange aura and control the weather to make it hottie. Cha-cha-cha. Living in lakes and seas, accepting offerings, a true Tempesaurus of the people. Cha-cha-cha.
Tempesaurus?
Tempest? What? Is that a word?
I hope to see you and your spicy maraca flavored aura at the beginning of the year, so I'll be healthy for another year. Cha-cha-cha. That's it.
What
God,
is a
has anybody thought about ending their poem with the end, for God's sakes? I'm so tired of hearing you I'm so tired of hearing you trail off and then say, and that's it. Just say the end. The end.
The end.
Okay, 2 questions. Number 1, you can't just say cha-cha-cha as your rhyme for everything.
That's not a question.
That's not a question.
Why did you rhyme cha-cha-cha with everything?
He didn't rhyme cha-cha-cha with everything. He just said cha-cha-cha.
Why did you say
at the
cha-cha?
end.
Like, you can't just do that, Mr. Curtis.
That's how
Still not a question.
that's how poems resonate with me, Corbin.
When
I
you
don't
just
tell you
use
how
the
to
same phrase, cha-cha-cha, at the end of everything?
I don't tell you how to write your poem, Corbin. Don't tell me how to write mine.
Well, you don't need to, because if you did, I'd be worried, because you suck at it.
All right, was there a second quote-unquote question, Corbin?
There is a second question. What is a Tempesaurus?
Yeah, what is that?
Is that a Pokemon?
What is that?
A Tempesaurus. I'm sorry. I had a brain I had a sloppy mouth moment there and I couldn't get it out. But a Tempesaurus is another name for a magician that controls the weather.
How do you spell it?
Tempesaurus. It's Tempestarius. Tempesaurus.
I don't know, Mr. Curtis. It sounds like you just made that word
Yeah, I was
up.
gonna say this one ain't in Google.
It most certainly is.
We are fact checking now on our end, Mr. Curtis, and it is confirmed to not be a word.
Tempest Aris?
Tempesaurus is a single word. It's Tempestari is the plural.
Listen, I know you said that this is a freebie, Professor, but I think if you just make up a random word, then you should be disqualified.
Tempestari.
I'll send it to you through my Rotom
I
laptop. Hold on.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
In medieval lore, huh?
Yeah. Tempestari.
You definitely are not pronouncing that correctly.
I think that is how it's pronounced, but okay.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I liked it. You get full marks. Whatever.
Thank you, Professor.
I had no problem with the cha-cha-chas and
He made up a word. That's not fair.
Tempestarius. Oh my god, that's one for the books.
He made it up.
That is what Dragonair is. It is a weather controlling wizard.
That's right. That's what it is. My spicy maraca wielding weather controlling weather.
But is that confirmed to be an actual word?
I mean, I put it into my Rotom laptop and it came back with a definition.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So unless Mr. Curtis jumped onto Wikipedia real quick and made this entry,
made it myself.
Maybe he does seem to control time, so he might have been able to do that. Okay, but that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Dragonair. Does anybody know who we're talking about next week? It also starts with the phrase dragon. Or the word dragon.
Is it the dragon of the night?
Yeah, kinda, I guess.
Dragapult?
No.
The ghost type
No.
dragon?
No, it's not Dragapult. It's not Haxorus.
Dragon of the Night. You mean is it Hydreion?
Nope.
No.
No, the
No, I know which one you're talking about. It's not that one.
I don't.
I thought it was Hydreigon.
Hydreion.
Hydrogagion. I think that's what it's called.
Hydrogideon. Hold on.
Hydrogideon, yeah, I think that's it.
There we go.
Wait, is this one Dragonite to tomorrow? To next week?
Yes, we're learning about Dragonite, which is the evolved form of Dragonair. Yes, and it's a very, very powerful Pokemon. So we have to be very careful, be on our best behavior next week.
Ooh.
Hopefully, I can get Dots to evolve, but we'll see. It takes a lot of effort.
We'll see.
And I don't know. I'm still unpacking mentally from our trip. Not physically. It's very quick to do that because again, it was supposed to be like a 2-day trip, but mentally, it's a lot to unpack.
I actually brought a lot, so I'm still unpacking physically.
Oh wow. Okay. But that's going to do it for today's lesson. If you have any questions for me, the professor, you can send them to me via my Gengar mail, which is www.pokemon@gmail.com. You can also find us on the Flying Pokemon themed social network site, Twitter. We are there at WWO Pokemon as well. Also, if you really, really want to get more students involved, the best way to do that is word of mouth. Tell your friends, basically. But also, Flapple Podcast and Spot of Flygon. If you want to give us a good review there, then it will do wonders for our attendance. That's pretty much all I want to talk about today. We also have a Patreon, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. Subscribe on Patreon.
Yeah, but if you want to do that, whatever. It's no big deal. But anyways, until next time, class is dismissed.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon as part of the Pokecasters Network.